Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a review for Heroes Reborn Episode 3. So let's start talking about this episode. With this episode, we are unraveling a bit more of this mysterious new company who wants to steal Molly for her power to have these new fancy sunglasses to tell where all the new, or where all the Evos in general are. So they're able to capture Molly by the end of the episode and use her for these glasses, and HRG's like, hey, we gotta get Molly, that way they don't continue doing this and destroy the world. So that's gonna be their mission, which has been their mission. And HRG is still not remembering what happened on June 13th. He sees that Claire died in a hospital, which doesn't make sense, and he knows it doesn't make sense. So is she dead? We'll find out. And then you still get some introductions of the other characters. Robbie K's character, Tommy, he wants to be popular. He is popular in school. He has friends, and his mom's like, yeah, we gotta go. And by the end of the episode for them, they end up in a car crash. So we'll see if the mother survives, or if, well, we know Tommy will, but we'll see if the mother survives this car crash. Katana Girl, that's all I'm going to call her. Don't know her name from the show still. Katana Girl, she got captured a little while in this episode, runs away. That's what happens to him, or happens to her. I guess getting closer to that other friend that she has. Nacho Libre, I'll call the other guy, is discovering more about what it means to be a hero. That's what's going on with him. And that's pretty much the whole episode. We get some more information from that girl's controlling or whatever she's doing to the Northern Lights. We're seeing her a little bit more. There's no other heroes that are shown from the previous show, so no Hiro Nakamura. There's a mention of him in the episode, but no actual previous Heroes members besides Claire's head and HRG. But what did I think about the episode? Honestly, the beginning of the episode was extremely slow. Like, the first 30 minutes, I'm like, nothing's getting accomplished. And then the stories that end up progressing, of course, was the HRG story, which I feel is the most interesting, and that's maybe because I'm a Heroes fan, or a previous Heroes fan, and not a fan of a lot of these new characters. But I think that's the most interesting story, even though there's some cheesiness to it. Like, that whole sunglasses thing, I understand they're trying to be like Apple or, Google and have that big presentation, but it just felt cheesy on many levels. There is a lot of cheesiness in this episode, like Nacho Libre guy. That especially, that ending with the glasses could have been a little bit better. I just felt like it could have been executed better. But I like the story. I like what they're doing with Molly. I like that a lot of the previous heroes, like Molly and the Haitian, they're like, well, we can't tell you what happened on June 13th. And it makes us, as the audience, obviously want to know what happened on June 13th. That is the most interesting part of this show for me. I still don't think Claire's dead, especially now that we have a new guy, don't even remember his name, that can clone himself and regenerate, so that's probably not part of Claire's powers, but that just proves how strong the regeneration power is. So I don't think Claire's dead, especially you see her head, she did not, crumble. We've seen her on the deathbed before and revive, so I hope they have a good explanation for that. But yeah, the other characters, I mean, I like Tommy, but he was not in the episode that much, so that was disappointing. Like, I still really like his story, and I thought that was the best cliffhanger they could have ended on. Car crash, of course, so I still like his story, but that could have been utilized a lot more this episode. And the other characters are still pretty bland. They concentrate a lot on them, but they are pretty bland. Forgot to mention Zachary Levi's character did have an interesting moment in the episode where we see he's getting Ted's powers. He's getting nuclear powers, or maybe it's like Peter's powers, where he gets a lot of people's powers. But you see he's getting powers. So he's an assassin who wants to kill Evos, and his wife is an assassin who kills Evos. So what will happen when his wife finds out that he's an Evo, or is he an Evo? Like, that's a really interesting mystery. Still don't really like the character himself, but there's a cool mystery attached to him. So I do think episode 1 and 2 is a bit better than this episode. There could have been a lot more reveals here, especially since this is only a 13 episode mini series. Once again, I think the HRG story was the most interesting one, and the least interesting is Nacho Libre and Katana Girl. Still feel like they're too much of shells to other characters. So that's my opinion on the episode. Still not perfect by any means, but there are still some interesting tidbits that happen. So, hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Of course, I'll have a Heroes Reborn review next week. I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, in the description below, there's links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to check out the Kickstarter for Like Father, Like Daughter issue 2. I'll see you guys later.